Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dev Lab. Today's video dives deep into some fundamental JavaScript array operations where we will be looking at common methods like push, pop, concat, reduce, map, and many more. This will help you better understand how arrays work and how to manipulate them effectively. You might remember these concepts from our previous lessons, but today we will take a closer look at how these methods work in practice with real examples. Whether you're a beginner or just need a quick refresher, this video is for you. So let's create a file, scripts. Okay, so let's start with creating and logging arrays. So let's open our terminal first. Let's move it to the right, panel position, then right. Yeah, so let's start. So we start by creating an array called fruit. So let this array contain strings: apple, banana, then cherry. So this array contains three strings: apple, banana, and cherry. This is a simple way to define and output an array in JavaScript. So let's console log this so it will be able to see it on the terminal. So console log fruits. So let's call our node node then the name of your file scripts .js. Yeah, so as you can see here, you're seeing the group of arrays. So so the next thing we're going to be doing is let's use new array. So here we're going to be using new array. Okay, so let's create a variable numbers equals to new array, then 10. So it's going to create 10 empty slots, then log the numbers. 10 empty items because there are no items. We just created 10. We did not write anything inside. That's why it's creating empty. So let's push something in it. So we're going to be using push, the push array. So numbers, this is how we call it, push. Then your bracket. You write what you want to push inside. So let's say something like exam. So let's try console logging only numbers. So yes, as you can see here, after we created this, after we pushed it, then we console log numbers. That's why it's showing here with exams. So yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works for the exam, for the push. So this is how to use the push method. So next one we're going to be looking at is accessing array elements. So this is how we just access all of them. So let's comment this quickly. So let's create a variable colors equals to block. So let's put green here. Here will be blue. So let's console log index 0. So colors, then inside here it will be 0. So let's console log that. So we're expecting 0 because when dealing with arrays, it starts from 0. So red is 0, green is 1, then blue is 2. Yeah. So it's showing us red. So let's try 2. So yeah, it showed us red and blue. So yeah, that's how we access array element, just by calling the index of it. So yeah, let's try pushing another element. Let's try a different one. So let's just call this one try. Oh no. Let's use exam equals of arrays 1, 2, 3. Then let's try something like sad. Then the exam will now push it. Exam dot push. Yeah. So push it. So what the push method adds an element to the end of an array. So here we're adding the number 4. Here we're adding number 4 to the end of the array, which modifies the array in place. So yeah, that's how it. So let's console log it. Console log exam. So yeah, let's try that. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, sad, then 4. So yeah, that's how it works. Push just helps us to add add an element to the end of the array. So yeah, that's how push works. So let's try array concatenation. Array concatenation. So yeah, this is how to spell it: concatenation. So yeah, but it's actually concat. So let's create a string or an array. So yeah, apple, banana, cherry. So let's try concatenating pawpaw. So exam dot concat, then you write what you want to add. So I'm adding pawpaw. So yeah, as you can see, you added it at the end of the array. So yeah, let's try a copy within. So sorry for that. Okay, so let's try copy within. So let's exam equals to, yeah, we're going to be creating, let's create 5. Yeah. So 3, 4. So let's start by apple, banana, cherry, melon, 4. So let's try console login. So copy within just it copies a portion of the array to another location within that same array. So in this case that we're just doing here, we're just acting out here now. So we're copying the element from index 2 to 4 and placing them at index 3. So yeah, this is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where 2. So we're going to be copying it to 4. So let me show you how to write that. So just call your exam dot copy within, then you write the number over here. So we're copying to index 3. So write it first. Then the place that we're starting from, which is 2, 2, and your comma to 4. So yeah, that's how it just looks like. So yeah, as you can see, it copied index 3. It copied it to index 3. Then it started from 2, 1, 2. As you can see, this is where 2 starts from. Then to 4, 2, 3, 2, 3, then 4. So yeah, that's how it is. That's how copy within just copies a portion of that array that we want to copy to another location within that same array, within the same array over here. So yeah, that's how it is. Okay, so let's try something else. Let's try using entries to iterate over array. Let's create a variable, iterable exam dot entries. So the entries method returns a new array iterator object that contains the key value pairs of the array indices and their corresponding values. So we can use for off loop to iterate over this space. So let's try using for off loop here. By now you guys should already know how to use the for off loop. You can go to my last class. I showed you guys how to use for off loop. So iterable. So let I of iterable. Then you console log I. So let's try that. So we're going to be using this here. So as you can see, it's showing you the number of how it starts. So for apple 0, then banana 1, cherry 2, melon 3, pawpaw 4. So yeah, that's it. So entries is just to return a new array iterator object that contains key value pairs of array indices and their currents. So it's showing you the array indices, which starts from 0, and it's showing you their corresponding values. So yeah, let me just correct myself. I said earlier, I said that it starts is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, so this is where 2 starts from. Yeah, so it's starting from 2 then to 4. So that's why it was like that. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so next one I'm going to be doing is checking array elements with the every. So yeah, so let's comment this too. So let exam soon equals um to 5. Then console log exam 2. So as long as so this every method tests whether all elements in the array pass the test implemented by the provided function. So now let's call the array function. N is greater than 10 than 0. So it's going to return us a boolean. So what this just means, here we are checking if every number in this exam 2, that is 1 2 3 4 5, whether it's greater than 0. That's why we're using n. So yeah, that's it. Exam 2 dot every. So yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. So true is returning to true. But if it was something like, let's say, less than, false, because none of this is less than 0. So that's why it's returning false. So yeah, that's how every works. Every method just tests whether all elements in the array pass the test. And so this is the test. It's testing it whether it's less than or greater than 0. So yeah, that's it for every. So let's try something else. Let's try filtering elements with filter. With the filter property. Yeah. So let's exam equals to, let's try okay, let me just copy this. Yeah, control yeah, because the same thing. So yeah, so let's filter it. Then console log example dot filter your arrow function, don't forget it. So n and your percentage. So this the filter method creates a new array with all elements that pass the test implemented by the provided function. So in this case now, we're filtering out all the even numbers from the exam 2. That's why we're using percentage. So strictly 0. So it's going to show us the even numbers, which are 2 and 4. So again, the filter method, take note, it creates new array, which is this, which you just created there. New array with all the elements, from all the elements that is here, that pass the test implemented. So whatever function you implement over here now, that's what is going to provide for you in on your terminal. So yeah, I just told it to provide for me the even numbers. That's what I mean by this percentage. Yeah, strictly equals to 0. So it passed the test. That's why it's showing us 2 and 4. So yeah, that's it for filter. So let's try something else. On your free time, you can try more of examples to get better. You understand? So let's try using find to get a specific element. So again, exam 2. So yeah, so then you log then your exam 2 dot find. um And so we're looking for whether n is strictly whether 4 is inside the array. So yeah, 4. So we're looking for whether 4 is inside. That's what we mean by find. So the find method returns the first element in the array that satisfies the provided texting function. So it's checking whether this array now, whether 4 is inside. So yeah, that's it for find. So let's try flattening nested arrays with flat. So this one we're going to be changing it through exam 3 equals to block. So one, two, then another, we're nesting it, so we're going to create another block. So star, then true. We're creating a boolean now. So inside this boolean now, we're creating another boolean. So 4, then empty, which is null. Empty also means null. You're meant to know that by now. So let's create last one. So let's write star 2. So we've just nested up to 4. We've nested 4 arrays inside one variable. So let's construct that. Let's flatten it. So the flat method is used to flatten nested arrays, which we've just displayed here. This is a nested array because we've nested up to more than one. We've put more than, we're just putting arrays inside one of them, one by one. So this flat method is just going to help us to flatten all the arrays. So here we're flattening the array by one level to another, from one like that, which brings elements from nested arrays into the top level array. So you're going to see that in terminal right now. So let's just log. So exam 3 dot flat, then start from 1 by level 1. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, as you can see, it just flattened it for us. Let's try changing this. Yeah, it's even by level 3. See, as you can see, it's reducing one by one. Let's try 4. Just remove that last one. Let's try 5. But it's not going to change now, because as you can see, we've removed all of them. Let's try 1 back. Yeah, the brackets remain. Let's try 0. Yeah, array. So let's try less than 1, less than 0. So error. I was just playing with you guys. So yeah, that's it for flattening. Let's try something else. Let me just comment this quickly. So let's try reducing to calculate a sum. So let's change this to numbers, then remove 5. Okay, so let sum equals to numbers reduce. So the reduce method is used to apply a function to each element in the array. So we're just going to use all the just giving us the power of that array. So it's giving us the power to apply function to that group of array. So it's just giving us the power of it right now. So in this case now we are summing all the numbers in the numbers array, which is right here. So let's put that to work. So the numbers num. So the array function plus num and 0, then you console log sum. So let's try that. Then just summed everything. So it gave us the power of numbers. Then we turn it to accounts to add each other. So yeah, that's it. So let's try something else. Let's try define array length. So we're finding the length now, the length of it. So let's fruit equals to apple, banana, orange, then console log. So we can change the length of an array directly, but let me just show you how to find length first. So you call your fruit dot length. So it's going to tell us three because there are three obviously. So yeah. So let's try changing it. So yeah, we're just going to trim it first. Dot length. So we're going to give it the power for the length to be 2. So for that, it's just going to, as we're giving it 2 now, it's going to trim away. It's going to remove the last one, which is orange. So let's console log in now. See what it shows. So yeah, apple and banana. So as you can see, remove the last one, which was orange. So yeah, which means it works. So yeah, that's it for length. So next one we're going to be looking for is map. We're going to be using map to modify array elements. So learn numbers. Let me just copy this. So yeah, so learn numbers. Then let's, because we're going to the map method creates a new array populated with the result of a calling provided function on every element in the array. So the map just helps us to create new array that is around the array. Then it's going to we're not going to give it a function for every element in it. So we're going to create a variable first. Let squared equals to numbers dot map. So let num times itself by num, then equals to log squared. So yeah, in this case we are squaring each number by itself. So yeah, 1 times 1 1, 2 times 2 4, 3 times 3 9, 4 times 4 16. So yeah, the map has already helped us to create our own array. Then it helped us to give it that power, that function, which is this. So I would say it's somehow like filter, but I won't say is anywhere close to it. So let's just move on. Next one is checking for array elements, which is includes. So we're going to be checking with includes. So let's look for so control C, the same thing we're going to be defining for. So then you console log. We're going to find whether banana is inside. It includes. It's meant to show us a boolean, either true or false. True, which means in this group of array, banana is inside it. So let's try something like cherry. Let's check whether cherry is included in it. False, yeah. So it works. So yeah, that's how we use includes. Now, yeah. So okay, that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this class. So we've covered many array methods that are essential for working with and manipulating arrays in objects in JavaScript. I hope this video clears up some confusion and gives you a better understanding of how to work with arrays in your JavaScript project. Please, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe to stay updated with more tutorials like this. Don't forget to drop a comment below if you have any questions or if there's any specific topic you'd like me to cover next. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.